Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on my channel where it's a Thursday and we've got another Championship weekend preview. So we're going to kick right off with a Friday night games. There's two on Friday night. It's Cardiff at home to Norwich. So Cardiff have been doing quite well this season, doing everything right in terms of recent form. Going to Nottingham Forest on Sunday, picking up a comfortable 2-0 win there. Danny Ward getting a goal. And he's proven to be quite a viable backup to the injured Kenneth Sahor. I think he's had a heel operation, I think. So he's proven he's decent backup after coming in from Rotherham after a good season last year. 10 goals and the poor Rotherham side's never terrible. And he's starting to prove his worth now in a Cardiff shirt. Coming up against a Norwich City side, they haven't done too great recently, but a bit up and down and a bit inconsistent in certain results. It's going to be another big test for Daniel Farke's side. Obviously, we're trying to get into the playoffs previously, before the international break. Results kind of hit a little wobble previously to that. And looking at the way it's going to go, I'm going to go for a 2-1 home win. I think Cardiff just had that little bit too much for Norwich, and I think they're playing with that better form and they're going a bit more zest-head performance. I think just for that reason, I think they'll go and take the 3 points this one. So moving to the TV game on Friday night, Leeds host Aston Villa. This is always quite a good game. Last season it proved to be quite a decent game, which Leeds did win thanks to Kemal Roof getting the winning goal last season. And it's another thrilling encounter between both sides who are in a bit of decent form at the moment. Obviously Leeds went to Barnsley last week, picked up a comfortable 2-0 win there. Saiz Alioski picked up both the goals. And Aston Villa are in good form themselves, winning quite a few games, in a nice bit of consistent form, solidifying their playoff place this season. And for Leeds, you've got to watch out for obviously Danger Man Alioski and Samuel Saiz, who I mentioned. They got both goals last week at Oakwell. And obviously Aston Villa mainly the main threat probably could be from Albert Adone, where he's been their man in form recently. And that's what people on the TV have been trying to highlight. And them three players could be crucial for both sides. Looking at the way this is going to go, I'm going to go over a draw on this one. I'm going to go over 1-1. I think Leeds will make it quite hostile for Aston Villa. Ellen Road's always good atmosphere. They'll make it quite hostile for visiting sides. And if Leeds can get the first goal, then I think they could go on to win it. But in my opinion, I think it will be a draw between two sides who are very entertaining and both have the capability to play good football. But for me, I think it'll just be a 1-1 draw in this one. And but a point each wouldn't be too bad for both teams. So moving to the Saturday games, we start off with Bolton. They host Barnsley. Quite a big game for Bolton in terms of them trying to keep tabs on the teams above them and trying to stay, keep their head above water and trying to keep in touch with the playoff places. Coming up against the Barnsley side who have had a bit of a up and down spell recently. Got a good point at Norwich, a couple of decent results, then obviously a couple of poor results in between. Obviously Tuesday night, back-to-back defeats. They lost against Leeds Saturday, and in their game in hand during the week, they lost 3-0 at Reading as well. So it's not great for them, I don't think, in terms of them trying to just move away from the bottom three places, which I'm quite confident I think Barnsley will start this season. I think they've got a bit of quality, just enough compared to the other teams below them, in my opinion. And I do think they might win this game. I think they'll just edge it 2-0. I think they're a good side away from home against the bottom teams. Obviously beat Burton Albion 4-2 away from home, so they've proven against the teams below them they do have the capabilities to go and give them a good performance. Obviously beat Sunderland at home early on in the season, so their record, as I said, against the relegation threatened teams is always quite good. And for me, I think Bolton just come up short here. Obviously, Phil Parkinson got charged with improper conduct after Saturday. He got sent to the stands against Wolves. So, I don't think it's a touchline ban, but it's not really what you want from a manager. So, moving to the next game, Brentford host Fulham, West London derby. Sadly, I'm not going to this one, but I'll be keeping a very close eye on it over the weekend. And Brentford obviously 2-0 up against QPR, and kind of bottling it in a way and losing added on time, drawing 2-2, losing that 2-goal lead. And that was frustrating probably to see from a Brentford perspective, because they did look quite good in that game, and for most parts of the game they controlled it, and the likes of Sergi Canos, Lasavivo took both his goals quite well, and they already controlled most of the game, and they'll be just disappointed not to come away with 3 points. As for my team Fulham, we're not doing too bad recently. 7 points from 3 games, it's a good return considering the poor October we had, and we've got to try and keep tabs on the playoff group now, which I'm sure we can achieve, and I'm going to go over a 2-1 away win for Fulham, just for I think last season we did quite well to beat them 2-0 down there. We kind of dominated the game down there, give them a good run for their money. And I see no reason why we can't do it again. We're in a good bit of form, and I'm sure we can go and get a positive result down there. So moving to the next game, Derby hosts Burton Albion. Should really be a comfortable 3 points on paper for Derby. Whether or not Burton are going to come up and part the bus and try and consolidate for a draw, I'm not too sure. Recent results haven't been too great for Burton. Obviously losing to Sunderland 2-0 at home was a massive result, poor result for them in terms of trying to stay up in this division, which I'm sure they'll be looking to try and achieve again this season. As for Derby, doing everything right so far. A little bit of a stumble against Ipswich on Tuesday night. A 1-0 defeat at home there, thanks to a Callum Connolly header. Not really the biggest worry. I think it's only a little blip in the road there. Just one of them things that tend to happen, really. But I'm sure they'll get back to winning ways against Burton. And I'm going to go with a big prediction. And Derby 3, Burton Albion 0. So we're going to kick on into Ipswich versus Nottingham Forest. Obviously, Ipswich doing quite well. Fantastic result up at Pride Park on Tuesday night. It was a fantastic result to go up and keep a clean sheet and get 3 points. Suggests that Mick McCarthy's side are playing some better stuff than they were last year. They're being more ambitious and more attacking and more bold away from home as well. It's something they didn't really tend to do last season. Coming against Nottingham Forest side, who lost to Cardiff on Sunday, but they're no slouches themselves. They've proven that they can hold their own in this division. They've got some good players who can cause Ipswich problems. But Ipswich at home are proven to be they're not fantastically great at home, but they're not awfully bad either. So it's like middle ground really for Ipswich in terms of the way they are at home this season. Obviously, they did draw against Sheffield Wednesday in their last home game last week, 2-2. And Nottingham Forest, they're going to come and look to hit counter-attack. They like to get the ball on the deck and knock it about, which might suit Ipswich to sit on counter-attack at home, which they tended to do against teams who like to keep the ball at their ground. And looking at this game, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I think both sides will score plenty. There'll be plenty of goals in this game between two quality attacking sides who've got plenty of quality in the final third. And I just think for that reason it'll be an open game, a free scoring game, but I think a point each will be a fair result. So moving on, Millwall host Sheffield United. On paper, again, it should be another away win for Sheffield United. They haven't played amazingly great, really. They lost to Fulham and then drew with Birmingham, but they give it a go, though. They weren't poor in them games. They just come up short, really. But credit Sheffield United, they're giving it a go every game. They're trying hard. It's a good team spirit down there. They work hard for the manager and the fans as well. And it's good value for money down there at Bramall Lane. Against the Millwall side, who haven't done too badly, or come up, probably unlucky to not come away with anything at Craven Cottage last week against Fulham. In my opinion, I thought they were quite unlucky, as I said. Had a couple of chances, hit the post, and didn't really get the rub of the green in that game. But I think they're just going to come up short again here, and I think Sheffield United will win this game 2-0. So we're going to move on to the next one. Preston host QPR. QPR done fantastically well to come back and draw 2-2 in the West London derby on Monday night after coming back from 2 goals down and had injury time to pick up 2 late goals. Ian Holloway was really under scrutiny for what he said after that game, slating the fans who left early. And to be honest, I don't blame them. If they left early at 2-0, it's really highly unlikely they were going to score 2 goals, but they did. It's probably one of them things that happens once in a blue moon, really. And for Ian Holloway to come out and criticise the fans, it was a bit of a surprising one, really, because in my opinion, the fans have got a divine right to do what they want to do. At 2-0, they weren't playing fantastically great, really. And I don't really blame them for leaving, to be honest, because at the end of the day, their team isn't winning, and I know you need to stick with your team to the end, but the way they were playing, this didn't really suggest they were going to get anything back from the game. And I think Ian Holloway, his comments were heated at the moment. He's obviously high on emotions after getting a late equaliser against Brentford, so it was a bit of a heat in the moment type of thing, which I really think they should just dismiss and brush under the carpet. He means no malice to his fans. He's very close with a group of fans. He likes to get them on side of the way he tries to play, and I think it's just really nothing to worry about. Looking at the way Preston are playing at the moment, they're not playing fantastically well, not doing too bad, though. Middle ground again. Good result against Bristol City last week. I can't remember how they did Saturday, I'm not too sure. But anyway, this will be a good game. I think Preston will win this game 2-0, I think it will be. Just for the fact QPR's away form isn't fantastically great this season. That has been their Achilles heel in terms of them trying to progress and trying to move into a mid-table side this year. I think they'll just come up short here, although that point against Brentford could be a turning point for them. I'm not too sure, but in my opinion, I think they'll come up short and lose 2-0. So moving to the next one, Sheffield Wednesday host Hull. This could be, if Leonard Sklutsky doesn't get a positive result here, he could be out his ear in terms of being Hull manager. Leaking goals at home, 2-0 up against Bristol City, as I said in my previous championship video. You need to be holding on to that. You can't really be letting them 3 goals in. It just comes back to the defensive issues. Obviously, they scored plenty of goals, as I said, and on the road, not fantastically great. I think one away win in over a year now suggests that they're just absolute dreadful on the road. And they're coming against Sheffield Wednesday side, who need a big victory as well. Couple of average results, really. Obviously, that draw against Ipswich and a couple of other ones in between. And the home form has been great this season, probably due to the added expectancy that they need to be kicking on and trying to get into a playoff place. Is probably one of the reasons why they're not doing so well at home this year. But I think they'll come back, bounce back to winning ways against a leaky defensive Hull side, and I think they'll win 3-0. So moving to the next one, Sunderland host Reading. I can see Sunderland going on to get another win in this game. I already do. Because fantastic win against Burton could be the big turning point for them. Chris Coleman's getting his message across that his team are good. And they're all pulling in the right direction. A couple of youngsters got involved on last Saturday. Asoro made an assist for George Hanneman as well. So it shows that Chris Coleman's not scared to get some youth involved. I think, though, in January he's going to try and bring a couple more players in. Players who will fit the way he wants to play and put his own little stamp on the team. And they come up against a Reading side who weren't at their best against Barnsley, but done the job well and dispatched them 3-0. To the case of them getting job done. And I think Sunderland will win this game 2-1, really. I think their little hoodie will finish this. Their home hoodie will come to an end, and I think they'll get a tough, well-battled 2-1 win. Moves in the penultimate game of this video. Bristol City host Middlesbrough. A good game on paper for this one, and I'm going to go for a draw in this game. We're going for 1-1. Both sides have proven they're good passing teams. Lots play good attacking, easy on the eye types of football. Bristol City done well on Saturday to get a good result up at Hull, and Middlesbrough did come up short against Derby during last weekend as well. And I think it'll be a 1-1 draw already. I think both sides are going to be quite cagey affair. Both sides probably won't really want to lose this because it might mean they could lose some ground in the playoff race, and that's that reason I'm going to go for 1-1. And the final game is on Monday night, a local derby between Birmingham and they host Wolves. It's another big test for a Wolves side, and their metal's going to be tested again against a physical, well-drilled Steve Cottrell side who are starting to maybe turn their fortunes around. Maybe they've got a good point up at Sheffield United, which is always going to be a good result for them. And it's been another big test for them coming up against a fantastic Wolves side who've passed every big test they've had this season. And I'm going to look at this and I'm going to go for 3-1 away win for Wolves. I think they're in some imperious form, and I just don't really see them being stopped at all. So there you have it, guys. There's my Championship predictions video. If you like it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and then we'll see you all on the next video, which will probably be Saturday. I'll be doing a reaction to the Brentford game. So yeah, we'll see you Saturday.